suppression, the use of marijuana.
Hey!
Yes! Audacious Youth, we are live.
We are
here.
indeed. We're in the building, my friends. Well, me and Andy are, you lot aren't. But you are in a building.
And Charlie.
And Charlie.
And Molly.
And Molly, yeah. Sorry,
guys.
guys.
Work. We're just the silly people.
Yeah, we just rocked up. I was told to arrive here and there's a camera already here. I don't really know what I'm doing, to be honest.
It just follows you around now, doesn't it, Alex?
Yeah, it does, yeah.
It's nice. Anyway, it's good to see everyone.
It is indeed. Type in the chat what region you're from.
I'm going to be honest, I think what I've seen today is probably the ropiest pre-chat on YouTube. There's been some outrageous comments.
I mean, the admin has already been put to work.
The only thing I haven't seen is supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Or Nicoboccaglory. I've not seen that
leave
either.
those two things.
Drop that in the chat.
Put those in the chat.
If you know the reference, put it in the chat.
Yeah, give your best emoji to sum up those two words. That'd be good.
That'd be good, yeah. Nicoboccaglory to put in ice cream.
Yeah, supercalifragilistic.
Music note, because it's from Sound of Music. Musical note, because it's from the Sound of Music.
Is it?
Is it?
No.
Yeah, I'll say it.
I thought it was Mary Poppins for a minute.
No. Mary Poppins is the Umbrella Woman.
She is, yeah. Anyway, we're going to play a game of Bring Me a Mackies. And we're going old school. We're going old school.
So if your phone's switched off, why is it switched off?
If your phone's in your bedroom, go and get it. Because I've had enough young people coming up to me on a Sunday and giving me all the excuses in the world of why they didn't actually answer the phone in the correct way, which, by the way, is Life Groups Live.
Life Groups Live. Nothing else. No hello.
In fact, tonight, I don't
No
want you to
briefing.
shout it. I want you to say it in the most monotone way you possibly can. Just like, Life Groups Live.
Oh, yeah, Life Groups Live, mate.
That'd be
Don't even have the mate. Don't even have that nice greeting there. Just Life Groups Live and then end the call. No, don't end the call.
Well, we'll call you back anyway.
we'll call
That's
you.
how it happens.
Someone will do it. Right, I'm going to call the first person.
Make sure it's on loudspeaker,
I will do, don't worry.
because that would be weird, wouldn't it? Ben Fenton, it's not Ben, is it? It's I can't remember who that is, but they've had a great.
I don't know if you can hear that. I can only just hear it. Hello?
Hello?
Oh!
No!
Asher, no!
Asher!
No! I've just explained the rules and you've already forgotten, but it's okay, you know, it's great that you're
Your
here.
Wi-Fi's broken, so nothing works.
Your Wi-Fi's broken.
That's unfortunate.
That is
But either
unfortunate.
way, there'll be no McDonald's coming to your house, unfortunately.
But we will see you on Sunday at All In service. 'cause I
Oh
know
yeah,
you've got
all in, because we're all in. Bye,
Love you, Asher, bye.
Take care, mate.
Okay. Before we move to the next one, I'm going to give people a chance to get their Wi-Fi working.
Yeah, get it working. If you're on BT Open Zone, think about changing. But yeah, where all my Sky
Does Open Zone ever work? I've always clicked that in the
No,
in
you
like
got to pay
town.
that. Isn't it like 30p a minute?
No, I'll behave. I'm not doing that. Okay. Anyway,
Who you?
All In service is this Sunday at
Yes.
6. All In service is this Sunday at 6. Make sure you book your ticket. Many tickets have already gone. There are some still available.
And you don't want to miss out. All your friends are probably going. Your life group leader's going. Get yourself there, my friend.
Oh, it's going to be good. It's
Link
gonna be
in
good.
the chat.
We are going to, by the way, try and make sure that you are together with, not with your friends, because you can't be every 2 meters apart, but in the same vicinity as your mates. So we're going to have a youth section. It's going to be awesome.
Close enough that you'd be able to recognise them, but not close enough that you could hug them.
Not closer than
Essentially
a
what we're
brother.
gonna do. Yeah. No.
No.
But if you're with the same household, yeah, fair play. Sit next to each other. That'd be grand.
I'm ringing someone.
Here we go.
I'm ringing him.
Remember the rules, guys. Just Life Groups Live. No over waffle, just that, please, tonight.
We're on a tight ship.
We do. I'm not having no faff.
Live Group Live?
Yeah, there we go.
Blossom, you
Sorted.
absolute hero.
What a
you,
legend
you've
of the
won.
faith.
Blossom, when we finish filming this, I'm going to ring you and I'm going to take your McDonald's order and then I'm going to send it to your house.
And that will be fun.
Give us a little idea of what you might go for.
I don't know.
Well, you've got 20 minutes to think about it, so there you go. Good. Anyway, Blossom, congratulations. I'll call you back in a bit. Well done.
Okay.
Bye. That is how a pro answers a
That
phone.
was smooth.
Your phone's not on silent there, Alex.
It's not. It's not, yeah, sorry.
Goodness me. Blossom, well done. Well done, Blossom. So, anyway, Alex,
Andy,
it has been 12 months.
12 whole months.
12 months
365 days.
Yeah, and I'm going to be honest, I think when this when it first happened, we went, oh my goodness, we need to film some youth. And I think there's a whole group of us just came into the building before lockdown restrictions happened and filmed till about midnight or so.
Yeah.
And it was cold.
It was cold, I was tired, but you know, it was good fun.
It was good, and those videos are still online. The first one's had over 1,000 views now. Did you know that? Over 1,000 views on week 1.
And if you haven't watched it yet, just go to our YouTube channel, scroll all the way down.
They're already on
you'll
it.
Find it. Oh, yeah, of course, you've already found it. Well done.
Anyway, excellent.
Sorry, I thought we were on Twitch.
Alex, tell me something about this year, my friend. Tell me something about this year. What's been like a bit of a thing that you've done?
Andy, obviously with lockdown, we've been spending a lot more time at home, and I thought, you know what, Alex, a good thing for you to learn to do was learn how to cook a bit of food. So I have learned, my friends, all you Chinese takeaway lovers out there, I have learned to make homemade salt and pepper chips.
If I'm honest, mate, salt and pepper chips have become my like a fan favourite.
We've all had them. Most people love them.
And if you aren't making really good salt and pepper chips, I don't know what the consequence of that would be, but I'd be upset.
I mean, I'm going around telling everyone I know that these are the best things I can make. I'm not much good at cooking, but you know, I can bang out that recipe. So yeah.
Salt and pepper chips. Give us a quick rundown of the recipe quickly, in case anyone wants to make salt and pepper chips. I mean, it's still not on silent.
I've turned on silent, Andy.
Excellent.
Let me just turn it off. But yeah, so all you do, you get some potatoes, cut them up, boil them so they don't go really hard in the oven, and then you get some, are they called bell peppers? Like,
Just red peppers.
Red peppers,
Green
get some
peppers,
red
yeah.
onion as well. Chop them up, put them in a pan, let them go nice and soft, pop the seasoning on, cook the veg, put the veg on the chips, put them back in the oven for a few minutes so they go crispy, then Bob's your uncle, you've done it.
Who would watch a show with Chef Alex? Alex in the kitchen cooking salt and pepper chips.
I don't think I can
That's
take
content right
it.
there. Content right there. Well, in this lockdown, Alex, Karis and I decided, in all of our wisdom, that that 3 children and a dog wasn't enough responsibility.
And I agree.
As well as our jobs and all those sorts of things.
And
we
AOG.
thought we'd get a lockdown puppy.
A lockdown puppy.
Before lockdown happened, Molly said to me, she predicted that we'd have a lockdown baby. We didn't. We had a lockdown puppy instead. I don't actually know which is harder work, actually.
I imagine the puppy.
It probably was, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. Do they have more energy than a baby, a puppy?
No, they definitely, yeah. She's crazy. Karis, literally shaved the dog today. She just was like, too long hair. And the dog came running into the room and I was like, what has happened to you? It looked like she had a fight with a hedge trimmer.
And lost.
She did lose, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, most things would lose with a hedge trimmer. I would.
I don't think, a hedge trimmer, I don't think I'd lose.
You'd lose a finger.
Unplug it.
Yeah, I wasn't going for the unplugged sex. I was going more for
Sorry, I was just thinking
the hand-to-hand or hand-to-blade combat with a hedge. Anyway, that's a whole conversation.
That is, we've strayed from the
I can get down a
initial
rabbit
topic.
hole with combat-based questions. We're not going to do that tonight.
No, we're not. But I think what we can agree is this year.
That was a lovely segue.
It was good, that one.
Yeah,
I've been working on it. This year has been a really weird year. I mean, I guess when 2020 started, no one had a clue what it would look like. I mean, year 6s, you basically missed out on your last year at primary school. Year 7s, you missed out really on your first year at high school. If you were in year 11 and you got out exams, I mean, on one hand, it's not that great, but you didn't have to sit exams. If you're in year 10 currently, unlucky because you are probably most definitely going to have to sit your GCSEs. So, get revising, folks.
It's just truth bombs tonight.
I mean, yeah, some of you even
Salt,
going to
pepper,
uni.
chips, you're doing exams.
Doing exams, yeah. I mean, yeah. If you're going to uni, I mean, it feels like we haven't even seen you before you're off to wherever it is you're heading off, but, we still love you and we hope you go great there. But I think when things aren't normal or when things don't conform to what we would expect to happen, it can create kind of a weird kind of nervousness, or you can feel like, whoa, I don't know what to do, because that's not how it was meant to go. And that within us can actually create something, a really negative feeling of overwhelming, anxiety, of confusion, of, feeling quite low because, this is what I was expecting. I thought year 11 would be great. I could chat to all my mates. I could see them every day at school. I could do all the after school clubs I wanted to do. But, maybe it's because in last season, before COVID, we put all our foundations in things that could change, like our friendship groups, our school, our, after school clubs, our, social clubs, wherever it is we're doing, perhaps that's where we found our foundation. So when it all went, inevitably things were going to go up in the air, weren't they? Because what you've put your almost trust in that moment has gone. And then, once it's gone, and then it can create almost like a gap that you feel like you need to fill.
Yeah, for sure. And I remember that first week, we set ourselves challenges. I don't know if you remember this. Do you remember we all set challenges? But occasionally people still text me and say, can you do the splits yet? Mostly it's youth pastors, some other people. No, look, I can't do the splits. I have worked on my flexibility.
I know.
Before I could get mid-shin as a stretch, and now I can touch the floor now. So the hamstrings have stretched a bit.
That's good, that.
It's all right. It's not the splits, is it?
It's not, but you know what?
I had a good go.
God loves a trier.
He does. But we did at the beginning start step that whole thing out. But actually, I think over this time I've thought about this a lot, really. And I'm thinking it's easy in times when you're feeling like you've got less control, or you're feeling more nervous, or you don't know what your future's going to hold because if you want to go and do a degree, or you want to go and do something in the rest of your life that needs some exam results. Yeah. It's easy to think smaller. It's easy to go instead of going, actually, God's got this. I believe God's got a plan and a purpose for my life. It's easy to go, I'm just gonna just tweak I'm gonna get planned. I'm just gonna go a little bit smaller. And I think that sounds okay because it's like, I'm just being realistic. Yeah. Realistic, and you go, I'm just being realistic. It's fine. But actually, the Bible doesn't talk about like smaller thinking is a good thing. The Bible doesn't talk about that. The Bible actually talks to you and says you're more than a conqueror. The Bible actually says to you that the same power that is within you raised Christ from the dead. Yeah. Those two things for me aren't small thinking. They're like, I need to step into my world and into my life a bit bigger than I currently have done. And let me just remind you again, I said this a long time ago, and I'm just going to say it again. God saw this coming. He did. It wasn't like oh goodness, I must have just taken too long at the shopping this week and COVID's happened.
No, it wasn't like, I was gone for a minute. What's happened here then?
Yeah, and in the Bible it says in 1 Corinthians 10 verse 13, it says that God, it says no test or temptation that comes your way is beyond the course of what others have had to face. So in other words, other people have had to deal with it. You'll be all right. Yeah. All you need to remember is that God will never let you down. He'll never let you be pushed past your limit. He's always there to help come through for you. So I just, like, for me, that's a foundational point for me, that I have to go, even in the midst of craziness and weird year, God's still for me. God has still got my back. God is still not going to give me stuff that I can't cope with.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Jeremiah 29, verse 11, it's a classic verse.
Oh, love it.
It is a classic verse. You've all heard it before, but I'm going to read it again because it's the Bible and, it's the truth, so we may as well read it again. It says, "For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you." Now, with every Bible verse, context is key, Andy.
Context is key.
Context is key. So what a lot of us do, we read that verse and we don't actually read into what the verse is talking about, who it's talking about, and what the overall situation was. So Israel in that moment was actively rebelling against God. They were saying, "Hey God, that's what you want us to do. We're going to turn around 180 and probably do exactly the opposite." So they'd directly put themselves in opposition to God, and bad stuff inevitably was going to come their way. They were facing, it was coming at them from all sides. They're like, "Oh my days, there's so much going on, we don't know what to do." God still used it. Even though they'd rebelled, even though they turned away, even though they were a million miles away from the purpose and plans of God, he thought, you know what, I'm still going to use that situation and I'm still going to turn it around for good. So whatever it is in your life that maybe you're a bit like, I don't really feel like that's what God wants me to do, I don't see how God's using that. He has plans to prosper you, and even if stuff comes against you, it has a purpose, and that purpose won't become, you won't be able to see that until you've walked through the season. But just rest assured that whatever you're going through, God's got a purpose for it, and he's going to use it and bring it about for your good. In Ephesians 3 verse 20 says, "Now to him who can do immeasurably more than you ask or imagine." I mean, I don't know about you, but I can imagine quite vivid scenarios. I can imagine, quite big things. But even your wildest dreams, God's like, nah, rethink, Alex, rethink, rewind. I've got so much more than even that wildest dream, that wildest thing that you're like, I would really, 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 really love it if that happened. God's like, well, that is going to happen, and times by 10, to the power of like 100, and you'll probably get somewhere close. Now. Yeah, that was pretty good, that wasn't it? That was nice. Great to see. You'll probably get somewhere close to what it is that he's got in store for you. So, your feelings in this moment may be saying, you know what, Alex, this is quite rough, the situation I'm in now. I don't have a clue what I'm doing, don't have a clue where I'm going. But your foundation needs to be that he has a plan and a purpose for your life.
Yeah, I think sometimes your feeling in the situation could be, I'm worried about my future. I don't know. I mean, some people may not have even thought about their future. We're not here as guidance counsellors of like, here's what you should do for your GCSEs or for your degree or whatever. That's a whole other conversation. But you can be worried about your feelings in a situation, but your foundation is, I know Jeremiah 29:11, God has plans for me and a hope and a future. Your feelings in a situation could be, I can't do this anymore. I've got to the end of myself. I don't know what I can do anymore. Foundation. He can do more than I can ask or imagine. He won't give you things that you can't deal with.
Yeah.
So some of you, I guess I've just said it a second ago, but some of you are maybe thinking here, when I was in year 7, year 8, year 9, year 10, year 11, probably year 12, maybe even year 13.
Maybe 13.
Maybe. And when I did year 13 and again, year 12 and 13 again, because I
13 squared.
Yes. What is that? You worked out 169.
Oh, you carry on.
Anyway, you might not know what you're supposed to be doing in life or what your career is. And we're not talking about careers, really. We're talking really about living in the purposes of God. We're living in the future that God has got for you. And if you are feeling purposeless or low, or like the future doesn't seem like a positive place that you want to be, I want to encourage you again. We say this pretty much every week, but reach out. Talking is helpful. Speaking to your life group leader is what you should do, because they are literally here to support you. We're not just there to facilitate a Zoom call and then eventually in real life we can facilitate a hangout. That's not what we're there for, really. That's just part of what we do. We're there to be there for you. And I just want to say it again. I say this all the time, and I'm not going to stop saying it until everyone believes it, which is probably not going to happen, right? But because we'll always get new people in.
We will. That's a good.
God made you on purpose for a purpose,
so good.
And you have got a great future in store if you live your life for God. That's almost a promise, actually.
Yeah. It's probably from Scripture.
It is a promise. It is a promise. It is a promise.
Claim it.
It is good. So we've got a few questions for you before we head out into Zoom calls.
We do.
Question number 1. Number 1.
I was like, I don't know.
It's a quiz. It sounds like a quiz.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, carry on. What goals did you set yourself a year ago? Was it, I'm going to do the splits? Or was it, I'm going to learn to bake a cake? And how have they gone? Be honest. It's fine if they're not going exactly how you thought.
Yes, it's true. I'm a living, breathing
No, but you're getting there though.
I can reach the floor now.
I believe in you, mate.
I'm not gonna do it now because you know now genuinely I'd pull a hamstring. It'll just be like I'd just be on the floor and it'd be like that old man. What's he doing? Anyway, question number 2 is, what would you like to achieve in this next year? 12 months time from now, where would you like to be and what would you like to be doing? So it could be something that's really practical, like learning something or doing something, but it could be, hey, in my Bible app, from now, I want a streak of 365 because I'm going to read the Bible every day. I'm going to start one of those Bible in a year plans. I'm going to spend 20 minutes every morning, get up, read 3 chapters every day. It could be that.
That's great. And finally, when stuff gets tough, what is your default setting? Now, I know mine for a period of my life was, I'm not feeling too great. I'm just going to play Fortnite until I feel a bit better or until I forget about what's going on currently. And maybe we would suggest that you need to find a better default setting. Yes. Could it be that you whenever you're feeling low, you text your life group leader? Or could it be that, you find a new hobby like baking or something like that, or drawing or anything like that? Or just ultimately plug in to Audacious Youth, get more involved in your life group and find a really positive outlet in your life.
And best way to do that is obviously keep coming to Fridays. Sunday nights, 6 p.m, all in service.
It's going to be absolutely awesome.
It is going to be
but slightly less awesome if you're not there. So make sure you're there.
Correct. And cheeky thing, the message on Sunday, this was like a prelude to that message. So
like a starter.
It's a starter. The main course is there, and the dessert will be the response.
Whatever we're giving out on the door.
No, the response.
Oh, the response. Yeah,
the
sorry, the response. Yes.
Anyway,
yes.
Good. Okay.
And if you hit the link in the chat, you can sign up right now.
Yes, please do. Please do that. It'd be great to see you. And I think that's it from us, really,
That's
isn't it?
everything from us.
Yes. Yellow isn't my colour. I don't know if I look washed out.
It's more. Is it mustard or is it just plain yellow?
It's a bit of a mustard.
Let us know
Anyway,
what you think. Blue colours.
Have a great rest of your evening, Audacious Youth.
See you
You are
later, guys.
brilliant.
Take care.
See you
Bye.
soon. Goodbye.
Bye bye.